Hello everyone, and happy Sunday. Welcome back to Surviving in Plain Sight, high performing black women with low performing dopamine. Again, I'm your host, Dr. Ashley Nash. Um, and tonight I really want to talk to you all. I've been really reflective. Okay, cool one. So my birthday was yesterday. Okay, shout out to 33. And so, along with my birthday, it's also my anniversary of my last attempt to unalive myself. And so that was my 14th birthday. And so it's, math is none of my degrees, but 19 years? Yeah, about 19 years ago now. And so I usually am very heavy in that space of reflecting about, like, I wasn't supposed to be here. If it was in my plan, I wouldn't be here to this day. And I'm usually heavy in that reflective space on my birthday, but yesterday, it was more so I was reflective in the space of what has my past necessarily look like. And one thing that has been like glowing for me to just share with you all is that don't get caught up in the hustle culture, okay? And whatever that sounds like, coming from me being, yes, I am 33, I have a doctorate, published author, all of these accolades, all of this, whatever, right? Few people ask what it costs, not financially, not, because that's clearly, you can track that on paper, but the cost to be a high-performing black woman, the cost of being an overachiever, or just like trying to get caught up in the hustle culture because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have all of these things accomplished before you're 30. You're supposed to have everything you're supposed to. And my clients tell you between supposed to and should. Yeah, those are two phrases or two words, whatever you want to say, that I do not like them to use in therapy, because says who? Who said that you were supposed to be where at age 30? And if I could have told my 20-year-old self something, it would be, don't commit to the hustle, because the hustle had me in constant mental breakdowns in my adult age. I was getting my master's. And so between the years of 2015 and 2018, I was working 3 jobs. When I say 3 jobs, I'm talking 3 jobs in 3 different cities, like living in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I had a job in Durham, North Carolina. Okay. So if you don't know the spaces and the distance wise, I'm gonna just say GPS right now. Okay. Cause I couldn't get to the breakdown. So I was living in Greensboro, North Carolina, driving to a job in Durham, North Carolina, where I worked 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, driving back to Greensboro to work a job where I worked 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, I would drive to Siler City, where I worked as well, as I was getting my master's. I recall one of the breakdowns so vividly, and I was just so exhausted I couldn't make it up the stairs. And there was no one there. I looked around. I was living alone, and so still live alone. But anyway, living alone, and there was no one there that if I broke down, if I gave up, if I had a heart attack right then and there just from the stress alone, how long would it have taken for somebody to call to figure that out? You know what I mean? To come in and check in. And so don't give your life to the hustle culture. Just make sure, yes, plan and achieve and grow and, do things of that nature. But don't feel so committed to the hustle culture that you forget to live. And so if I could tell my 20-year-old self something like that, anything, it would be breathe, relax. You have time. You have time, literally. You have time. And so this past week, was the first full week I've taken off of work and school, be it going to school or teaching, since 2015. And before then, it had, aside from like, having a mental breakdown from being fresh out of undergrad and not really knowing where I want to go, I had been hustling, and in that's been since like probably about 4 years old of school, and then 16 became work and school, and so like it's always been that. And so to have last week off, yeah, it really put me in a space of don't commit to the hustle, okay? Just don't. Yeah. So in 33 years, that's what I came to share with you all. I'm trying to make this one shorter, but like, again, I told you I'm loquacious, so there's that. But thank you to everyone who celebrated my birthday with me, who reached out, because acts of service and just like quality time, like, are my top tier love languages that I know to accept love. And so thank you all for that. And yeah, just remember that time and work and even finances are so up and down and such of a roller coaster. Don't get wrapped up in it. Don't let your fear of missing out or fear of running out of time be the exact reason that like you're robbed of it. Okay. So